When Russia launched its full-scale invasion of Ukraine in February 2022, many military analysts doubted the ability of the Ukrainian Air Force to withstand the assault. The Russian Aerospace Forces, or VKS, possessed a numerical advantage. They also had a qualitative edge in aircraft and experience. Despite these challenges, Ukrainian pilots fought bravely. They inflicted surprising losses on the invading force. However, as the war dragged on, the limitations of Ukraine's aging Soviet-era aircraft became increasingly apparent. The Ukrainian Air Force desperately needed modern, Western-designed fighters. They needed planes like the F-16 Fighting Falcon to maintain a credible air defense. The arrival of the F-16 in Ukraine was met with a mix of hope and skepticism. Some experts questioned whether Ukrainian pilots could master the complex systems of the F-16 in time to make a difference. Ukrainian pilots were determined to prove the doubters wrong. They underwent rigorous training programs. They learned to fly and fight the F-16 alongside experienced NATO pilots. They knew they held the fate of their nation in their hands. The pilots embraced the challenge. They were ready to prove the F-16's worth in the skies over Ukraine. The F-16 Fighting Falcon is a single-engine, supersonic, multi-role fighter aircraft. It was originally developed by General Dynamics for the United States Air Force. The F-16 entered service in 1979. It quickly gained a reputation as a highly maneuverable and versatile fighter. The F-16 has been exported to over 25 countries. It has proven itself in countless conflicts around the world. For Ukraine, the F-16 represented a significant upgrade over its existing fighter fleet. The F-16 boasts advanced avionics, a powerful radar, and a wide array of air-to-air and air-to-ground weapons. Its arrival in Ukraine was a turning point in the war. It provided the Ukrainian Air Force with a much-needed boost in capability. Now, Ukrainian pilots had the tools they needed to challenge Russian air superiority. The F-16's arrival was met with jubilation by the Ukrainian people. They saw it as a symbol of unwavering Western support. The F-16 represented a fighting chance against the Russian invaders. The pressure was on for the Ukrainian Air Force to integrate the F-16 into service. They had to train their pilots and mechanics quickly and efficiently. December 13, 2024, dawned cold and clear over eastern Ukraine. The familiar drone of Russian cruise missiles echoed through the early morning air. They were targeting critical infrastructure in a relentless campaign to break the spirit of the Ukrainian people. At an undisclosed airbase somewhere in Ukraine, a squadron of F-16s stood ready to scramble. Among the pilots on alert was a young captain, call-sign Ghost. Ghost had already earned a reputation as a skilled and fearless pilot. He had flown numerous combat missions against the Russians. He had several confirmed kills to his name. This morning, however, would test his abilities like never before. As the sun rose higher in the sky, the order came down: scramble! Ghost and his wingman raced to their jets. They roared into the frigid air, their afterburners leaving fiery trails against the azure backdrop. The tension in the cockpit was palpable as Ghost climbed his F-16 to altitude. He knew the stakes were high. The fate of his country might very well hinge on the outcome of this mission. His pulse quickened as he received his orders. He was to intercept a wave of Russian cruise missiles heading towards a major Ukrainian city. As Ghost closed in on the Russian cruise missiles, he realized he was facing an unprecedented challenge. There were 6 of them. They were spread out over a wide area. Each missile presented a tiny fleeting target. He knew that time was of the essence. He had to act quickly and decisively if he wanted to stop them from reaching their targets. Ghost considered his options. He could attempt to engage the missiles with his F-16's AMRAAM missiles, but the AMRAAMs were designed for engaging larger, more maneuverable aircraft. They weren't ideal for targeting small, fast-moving cruise missiles. He could also try to use his Sidewinder missiles, but they had a limited range. He would have to get dangerously close to the cruise missiles to employ them effectively. As he weighed his options, Ghost remembered something his instructors had told him during his F-16 training. The F-16's 20mm cannon, while often overlooked in modern air combat, could be surprisingly effective in close-range engagements. It had a high rate of fire. It could deliver a devastating blow to a target. But using it against cruise missiles was unheard of. He couldn't let those missiles hit their targets. With a deep breath and a silent prayer, he made a split-second decision that would defy conventional wisdom and etch his name into the annals of military history. He would engage the cruise missiles with his F-16's cannon. Ghost's wingman, stunned by the unorthodox tactic, watched in awe as Ghost maneuvered his F-16 with incredible precision. Ghost flew head-on towards the oncoming missiles, unleashing a hail of 20mm rounds from his cannon. The sky erupted in a deafening cacophony of explosions as Ghost methodically picked off the cruise missiles one by one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In a matter of seconds, it was over. 6 Russian cruise missiles, each one a potential harbinger of death and destruction, had been obliterated by the guns of Ghost's F-16. His wingmen could only watch in stunned silence as Ghost, his voice trembling with adrenaline, reported, "Splash 6, all bandits accounted for." Military experts react to the unthinkable. News of Ghost's incredible feat spread like wildfire through the Ukrainian military and intelligence communities. At first there was disbelief. No one could believe that a single pilot, using an aircraft's cannon, could shoot down 6 cruise missiles in one sortie. It was simply unheard of. But as the reports were confirmed by multiple sources, disbelief gave way to astonishment, and then to jubilation. Military experts around the world were stunned. They scrambled to analyze the engagement. They tried to understand how Ghost had managed to pull off such an improbable feat. Some attributed it to luck. Others pointed to Ghost's exceptional piloting skills, his quick thinking under pressure, and his willingness to think outside the box. This pilot is a true ace, a once-in-a-generation talent. The story of Ghost's incredible feat became an instant legend. It was a testament to the indomitable spirit of the Ukrainian people. It was a symbol of their unwavering determination to resist Russian aggression. In the early days of the war, stories circulated about a mysterious Ukrainian pilot dubbed the Ghost of Kiev. While the Ghost was wartime propaganda, it symbolized Ukrainian resistance. Ghost's story inspired countless Ukrainians to keep fighting for their freedom. He became a symbol of hope and resilience. The F-16, with its advanced capabilities and versatility, had proven to be a game-changer in the conflict. It had given the Ukrainian Air Force a much-needed edge in the fight against Russian aggression. The F-16's success in Ukrainian service also highlighted the importance of providing Ukraine with the military aid it needs to defend itself. The F-16, along with other advanced Western weapon systems, had played a crucial role in enabling Ukraine to resist Russian aggression. The international community needed to continue to provide Ukraine with the support it needed to win the war and secure its future as a free and independent nation. Ghost's feat also served as a reminder that even in the age of advanced technology and long-range warfare, individual skill, courage, and ingenuity still mattered. Investing in training, developing innovative tactics, and fostering a culture of initiative and courage were just as important as investing in advanced weapon systems. The F-16 had given the Ukrainian Air Force a fighting chance. It had allowed them to contest Russian air superiority. But the future of the Ukrainian Air Force depended on continued support from the West. Ukraine needed more F-16s as well as other advanced aircraft to sustain its air defense. It also needed a steady supply of spare parts, munitions, and training to keep its F-16 fleet operational. The international community had a moral obligation to support Ukraine in its fight for survival. The future of Europe and the rules-based international order depended on it. Ghost's incredible feat had not only saved lives and protected critical infrastructure, but it had also given hope to the Ukrainian people and their allies around the world.